go, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, I just drew it if y'all saw that. I just had to say it because I know these cameras be picking up weird shit. Goddamn, Drew fell all out my mouth. I don't know if that's excitement or the fact that I got to deliver potential crushing news. Oh, man. I know I try to keep this unbiased, man. Y'all went through the reactions with me, and y'all see that I was, all right, Kendrick Drake. It wasn't until I got to the Heart 6 where it was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, no, this ain't what I've been listening to, basically. So what are we here to talk about today? Y'all seen it in the title. Did Kendrick beat his fiance? That's the topic. Now, what has caused the topic was there was this clip of 3 Caucasians just sitting in some format. One girl had the mic and the other 2, and there was some people on the backside. It sounded like just talking, basically. So, I had to check it out. I'm like, I'm rolling with Kendrick theory just based on like everything I've come across is like, no, Drake ain't being authentic, and everything that I've come across so far has shown that Kendrick is being authentic. Basically, everything that I've come across. I know there's other reactors in there and people who aren't looking as deep, and they're really not even just listening, because really, like I told y'all, everything is in the music except for this. This took some digging and some prying. Like I was under nooks and crevices and oh shit, what the fuck? Ooh, that's explosive. So I'm trying to decide, should I start at the front of this or should I start at the back side of it? Well, let's start at the front. So there was this clip. I'm sure everyone's heard of it by now. Y'all may have seen clips of it. I was sent the clip. I didn't like the way that I got the clip, so I was like, I ain't using that. Tiptoe actually sent it to me, and she can confirm. I like to do my own work, so I wasn't about to just take somebody else's is on somebody else's screen. I gotta crop it. No, I needed to somehow find the original. So I come across it. I see a website called okliar.com. Allegedly, this is Drake's people that set it up. As y'all can see, I have it typed in. Well, you can't see it because I have that part of the screen cropped out. But this is the website. You can check for yourself. okliar.com. okliar.com. It's 3 folders here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This website could potentially be hacking niggas. Like, this is crazy. I'll just walk straight into this bitch. But you see it got the middle picture is Kendrick. All right. So I come over here, see the lies folder. It's like the lies. Kendrick lied about his lifestyle. Okay, I'm not gonna keep saying Kendrick lied about. That's the given. Okay, Kendrick lied about. I'm just gonna go to the next thing. His lifestyle, abusing his fiance, which is what brings us here today. Are we debunking that or not? Not chasing clout. I think that one's pretty damn dumb. His truth. I think that one's pretty damn dumb. Drake starting this. I think I might like to dive into that one myself. How did it all actually start? Okay, that was kind of interesting. I'm not going to cross that one out. Having paperwork. I guess he's referring to, okay, he may not have paperwork. There's videos though, so we're gonna cross that one out. There's videos. Fuck paperwork. We don't give a fuck. Paperwork can say anything. Videos don't lie. Well, they can, but you know what I mean. Constantly cheating on his wife with white women. Who the fuck typed that out? Constantly cheating on his wife with white. I thought. Now see, why would this say cheating on his wife when Drake has said himself, why won't you marry the girl? Like, what you waiting on? Like, okay, so we're gonna cross that one out. That sounds like bullshit too. Not teaming up with others to get the #1 spot. What? Kendrick lied about not teaming up with others to get the #1 spot. Who did he team up with to get the #1 spot? He must be talking about like that. That was with Metro Boomin and Future, but he has what's number one right now? Ain't it Not Like Us? That ain't a team up. That's all Kendrick right there. We gonna cross that one out. Kendrick lied about not having bot spam accounts and keeping pages on payroll. I don't know nothing about that. And they're both saying bots and stuff like that. Okay. Kendrick lied about others so they wouldn't believe the truth. All right, so yeah. Now this is the thing with me. All right, is there any more in here? Is that it? Okay, I hadn't even checked. This is the thing with me. I'm not the type that believes what the person is directly saying to me. Because instantly I have questions. Like, I have questions about this website. Like, who the fuck sets up a web? This is so generic. This website is so generic. What's this store shit? What is this up here? I didn't even see that. Wow. Really? Ooh, creative. So creative. Now we got this black photo. Now why this photo had to be black though? This looks kind of I'm being petty as shit. Racist. What the fuck was this over here? Really? Okay, let's go. Now to this photo. Boom. First off, what? After some research, I can tell y'all what this photo is. This is Kendrick and his fiance. They went ziplining. I don't know the purpose of this photo other than to say that they were in Las Vegas, because I believe this ziplining or whatever this was would have been in Las Vegas. That's the only thing I can confirm this photo to be. We scroll down to the video that everyone has basically seen. This redhead over here talking right here. Let me bring this over here to the YouTube. Okay, so park that real quick. And all right, y'all, we're gonna scroll down. Okay, is that it? Okay, what's this? So we got Manchester, Tennessee. Okay, so let me just read it to y'all. June 16th, Kendrick Lamar performs in concert during Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival on June 16th, 2023 in Manchester, Tennessee. Shortly after, Media Takeout published the article we were reached out to first by people we know who worked at Kendrick's former label management, TDE, who asked us to delete the article. So I'm guessing that they're referring to the article about what happened in the Hard Rock Hotel. All right. We were told that the woman in the video was lying. So I guess they're referring to the redhead. Oh, maybe I should have watched the video first. I've seen the video already. I guess I should have maybe watched the video first, then read this. But hey, it's all right. We're gonna still track. We tracking. Come take this walk with me. They determined. Well, no, we were told the woman in the video was lying and that the incident never happened. Okay. Media Takeout took the matter seriously and began a more thorough investigation into the woman making the claims and the claims themselves and claims themselves. We confirmed that she did work as security at the Hard Rock Casino, so she was security, okay. But we're not able to confirm any of the details of an alleged assault. We also confirmed that Kendrick was at the Hard Rock Casino on the day in question. Said he was at the Hard Rock Casino the day in question. Now, what I'm hearing is the day in question, they're using a specific flyer as validation as to say that he was there. Now the flyer, yes, he was there at the casino, but the day in question is not. So let's walk down. Now y'all gotta bear with me. I got a lot of slides up here, so I gotta kind of click through these things. Boom. We're gonna first watch this though. We're gonna watch this first. What do we have? Let's go. All right. So y'all pay attention now.
So she ended up pressing charges, I think. Last thing I heard, and I had to do a huge report, and then hopefully I didn't have to go to before, but I didn't sock him. No, I didn't meet him. I met all of his friends because they were all trying to get into that room, and then we had to detain anyone trying to get in the room because the cops made us lock it out.
Now wait a second. I got a little behind. Are you telling me that this particular rapper had like a large group of people
7 rooms
with him, like a
7 rooms?
Really? Like an entourage?
I'm gonna get so in trouble for telling this story.
At the Hard Rock, we had to physically apprehend.
Okay, I'm gonna rent someone out.
Yeah.
So, Memorial Day weekend, it was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend? I don't remember.
Oh, they're both. There was a big UFC fight. There's always a big UFC fight Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend and then, it was fight weekend and then Memorial Day weekend. And I don't remember, I think it was Memorial Day.
I know I was there for a fight on Memorial Day weekend.
Whatever. Anyways, so I get dispatched.
I don't like that. That's what I don't like. Like when you're telling a story like this, it's not. You can't be vague with dates and times. Like Memorial Weekend is a once in the year weekend. You know that weekend, and he's trying to help her through it. And if you see, he looked at the girl like, "Yo, what the fuck she on?" Basically, like. So when she just said like whatever, like she just want to brush it off, let me finish telling what the story that I'm telling. No, we need to get these dates verified. We need to get these confirmed. Like, was it? He's saying, well, Memorial Day weekend and fight weekend is the same date. So don't brush it off because we need to know.
And then Memorial Day weekend, and I don't remember. I think it was Memorial Day.
I know I was there for a fight.
She knows something happened Memorial Day weekend. So for that reason is why we're going to stick to Memorial Day weekend, because I don't think you can mix up any other weekend. She knows there was a fight and Memorial Day weekend. She just don't know that they collided in the same weekend, basically. That seems like that's where she's having the dysfunction. Oh, maybe it's separate weekends. Let's go. Walk. Let's walk.
And I don't remember. I think it was Memorial Day.
I know I was there for a fight on Memorial Day weekend.
Whatever. Anyway.
Like he said, I know, because I had to keep rewinding. Like, what did he say? 405 Memorial, but no, he said I know that I was there for a fight Memorial Day weekend, and she's like, okay, whatever. Like, I want to tell the story.
I think it was Memorial.
Before I forget.
I was there for a fight on Memorial Day weekend.
Whatever. Anyways, so I get dispatched up to one of the rooms. Dispatched. That's lingo. I'm gonna end up talking in code. She was told to.
Yeah. The call came over the radio.
I got told to go up to her room to help some girl get down to the casino because she was scared. She ends up being all bloody and everything. Oh, good. Oh yeah, it was lovely. So I'm like, oh.
That part was a little alarming to me, because she said she got caught. I understand she may be in security. I've worked in hotels, and my baby mom has worked in hotels as well, and it doesn't seem like safe protocol that you get something about a domestic dispute or something going on and you send one female security guard, because the instant logic would be, if it's something going on domestically, there's probably a male involved. Why would you send a solo female security guard by herself? Just a security guard. I don't know if she's commissioned or she carries a gun or not, but why would you send? And then I'm also looking at her age. She looks young right here. So we're saying 2014. We're talking 10 years ago. I need to know her age, because that's coming into question as well. How old is she? 10 years ago would have made me, okay, 10 years ago. That's a long time. 2024 to 2014 is 10 years ago. Like, she would have been, I'm going to say, a lot younger and a lot smaller. But you send this female guard up to a domestic dispute. It's like, okay, hold on.
She ends up being all bloody and everything. Oh, good. Oh yeah, it was lovely. So I'm like, oh.
She ends up being like, I just the casualness of, like, you're a female and like, she just kind of casually passed. Oh yeah, it was lovely. Like, she was just all bloody. It was lovely. Like, I don't know. I know sometimes some people are just like that, but I just can't see the way that she described it. That's, oh yeah, it was lovely. Like, no, it was fucking chaotic. That's what it sounds like.
Bloody and everything. Oh, good. Oh yeah, it was lovely. So I'm like, oh. then I had to call my other supervisor, then I had to call my boss, and I was like, we got a situation, because like her
supervisor, and a boss. Supervisor. I had to call a supervisor, another supervisor, and a boss. Now, I did read, to give some context to that. I did read that hotels they like to keep shit under wraps, basically. So it's the protocol is don't call the police immediately. Call your supervisors or bosses. But wouldn't a supervisor be a boss though? And then once your supervisor are up there, why would you be calling another supervisor instead of the supervisors taking control of that situation? If you had to call a supervisor, see, I've been a manager. I've been supervisors. Once you you have to call a supervisor. You, the regular employee, you're out of the equation. So once she's called a supervisor, why would she call another supervisor and not the supervisor to take control of the situation? And he's on the phone with who he needs to call. Why would it be another supervisor? Now there's two supervisors here, and now she's saying, and I called my boss. Well, these are two bosses already here with you. Why? And who's the boss after the two supervisors? And then why are you calling them and not the supervisor? That's all speculation, but I just know how the process of management goes. Basically, the protocol. Once the supervisor manager steps on the scene, you don't say shit else. You don't do shit. Matter of fact, you can get the fuck out of here. You just go. I got it. That's how I got it. Don't worry about it. Like my employees, they want to still. I got it. Don't worry about it, because what you're gonna say could potentially make things worse. Let me handle it. All right. That's the point of supervisors and managers. Let's go.
My boss, and I was like, we got a situation, because like half of her face was like blown out pretty much. So I'm like, oh, lovely.
Put my thinking cap on, y'all. We got a mental note that half her face was blown out. Like that's bad. That's it. What she described is not a quick fix. Basically, parking lot it.
Like blown out pretty much. So I'm like, oh, lovely. And
again, she's casual. She's very casual in the seriousness of the situation. Oh yeah, it was lovely. Like, yeah, oh lovely. Like, your shit blown. Like, she's blown out. Where's your compassion? Like, I just find it hard that a woman would lack compassion for another woman to talk like this shortly after the situation about, oh lovely. Like, no, what do you mean? It was brutal. It sounds like it was brutal. Like, I picture a woman's face beat the fuck up like that. It's not, oh love. It's like, oh damn. Like, yo, that's for, like, no.
Come to find out, she was with I'm like, oh lovely. And come to find out, she was with a certain rapper who had assaulted her.
Was his first name Lil?
No.
That'll narrow it down.
Lil.
His first name was Kim.
Oh no! Why all the white people thought that was so funny? That's crazy. Is that not stereotyping? Was his first name Lil? Like, she says it was a rapper. Was his first name Lil? And that right there sets the tone for this whole conversation. They don't know who or what the fuck they saw or heard. They all look alike. They all sound alike. That's what I just made out of that little exchange right there.
Lil.
No.
That'll narrow it down.
His first name was Kendrick.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've also went to school and I studied a little in psychology, and in psychology we learned about body language. All right. They helped her with that answer. She said no, his first name was Kendrick. Kendrick who? Because if you know that this is a big name rapper, you don't just stop. It's Kendrick Lamar, motherfucker. They finished it for her. They told her Kendrick Lamar. She was like, yeah, but notice the scratch of her head after, and look at the dumb look on her face. Like, I think that was his name.
First name
Watch.
was Kendrick. Lamar? Yeah. Wait, it was him? What did he do? I mean, he beat up some chick. Yeah, like, there was like little stuff going on.
She was first on the scene, right? Right? she beat up some chick. What was the chick's name? Because wouldn't you have to put that in your incident report? You would have had an incident report, right? I know y'all are watching. Y'all been through. Y'all know how this shit goes. You've done security. You've worked jobs. If you have an accident, you are a witness to some accident on the job. You have to write an incident report, and in the incident report, you give names, descriptions, and things like that. He beat up some chick. You had no problem saying Kendrick's name, not in full, but you can't say the woman's name. What was her name? Because that would have cleared this all up. If you had got her name for your incident report. Oh, interesting. Let's go.
What do you do? He beat up some chick. There was like, did this stuff go out on TMZ yet? Because I think I need to make a phone call. It's supposed to be hidden, but no one knows I'm on here, so it's okay. Oh, no.
She it's just looking like we're just bullshitting basically. It's supposed to be hit. Now the one that somebody asked a very, very good question. TMZ don't fuck around. You know TMZ doesn't fuck around. They got Ray Rice in the elevator. They got Jay-Z and them in the come on. They got Jay-Z, Beyonce, Solange in the elevator. You think they don't got Kendrick Lamar? That at this time Kendrick Lamar was just on the cusp of a blower. He was known, but he was not Kendrick Lamar today at that time. Okay, so and to hammer that home, I gotta come right here. August 14th, 2013 is when Control, the verse that really catapulted Kendrick Lamar's career. That was 2013. That was a year before that happened, right? So he's still not relatively that known yet. He's on the blow up basically. All right, let's get that out of there now. We got that. We set the tone on that. Okay, boom. Hold up. Let's get back here. Now she just seems really nonchalant, like she just has this story and she's just trying to get through it.
It's supposed to be hidden, but no one knows I'm on here, so it's okay. Oh no, catch out of the bag now.
Like, it just seems like everyone's just joke. It's a joke for everybody right now.
There was cops there, and we didn't find out it was Kendrick until later.
There was cops there, and we didn't find out that it was Kendrick until later. Now, I'd also like to point out that she said there were 7 rooms. She said, I don't know if she said on this video or I read it. She said they had 7 rooms. You know how many entourages or groups of people are likely to have a person named Kendrick in it? Kendrick, my coworker. I have a coworker named Kendrick. I have a best friend named Kendrick. I had a basketball team. There was 2 Kendricks on that team. Kendrick is a very common name amongst black entourages across the nation.
There was cops there.
There were cops there, but still, no one got names. No one confirmed Kendrick Lamar. They shut the whole floor down. All them other people in those rooms around there, from what side? I understand they blocked off a section, but that don't mean motherfuckers didn't come out their room. And what's the first thing motherfuckers do when they see action? Phones up, cameras recording. Nobody recorded nothing. Wait a minute. This is a hotel. I've been in a Hard Rock. There's cameras everywhere. None of those cameras got nothing happening in that hall. TMZ would have had all that. Somebody would have had that. For real.
There was cops there, and we didn't find out it was Kendrick until later. After he made it rain, it went away. He was in body English, and it was okay.
Like they're feeding her story. It's almost like this was impromptu, and to get through the story, because I do improv. I'll sit and I'll just think of shit. Like that's how I do my reactions. Like I really go on the fly, and that's how this feels. It's like, was it Kendrick Lamar? Yeah, it was Kendrick Lamar. Oh, it just went away after he made it rain. Like it just feels like a made up story right now. This is really how it's feeling.
Later, after he made it rain,
Mr. Allegedly.
He was in body English, and it was okay.
He what?
After he made it rain, it went away. He was in body English, and it was okay. soon.
There was clearly more to that. I seen, that's why I do have like bits and pieces after that from stuff that I read. They cut that there, which would, as I said, would lead me to believe that this is definitely someone in Drake's circle. Because why not put the whole video, huh? Why not put the whole video? Now, Memorial Day weekend in 2014 was Saturday, May 24th through Monday, May 26th, 2014. That was Memorial Day weekend. Again, I find it very hard. That happened shortly after. You don't mix up. Like, I can understand years. I could if you just tell the story for the first time, but you don't mix up. You know, Memorial Day weekend, there was barbecues and shit going on. It was a lot more people out there, a lot more celebrities and shit like that. Parties and shows all over the place. Like, there's a lot going on. Plus a UFC fight. Okay, let's get here. Oh, this is what Kendrick wore May 3rd, 2014. Kendrick Lamar arrives at rehab at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Why is this significant? Because if you just saw me say Memorial Day weekend was the 24th through the 26th. This is a picture of Kendrick Lamar at rehab, the Hard Rock, in the Hard Rock, May 3rd. As I said, there's a picture floating around with the story that something happened Memorial Day weekend, but it's of Kendrick from May 3rd when he was at the Hard Rock, with which you can see here. He was performing there. Okay. He was clean, boy, and his chucks clean. All right. Moving along. Here's the flyer. Rehab. Now this flyer got me thinking, because if we get back to the whatchamacallit, Drake song at the very beginning of it, I remember "Who Kid." Y'all remember that? Now he's also very notable in the 50 Cent beefs, and 50 Cent was mentioned on one of those songs as well. So, but as you can see here, big fight weekend, Saturday, May 3rd, Kendrick Lamar, live performance, Kendrick Lamar. I stand corrected. Kendrick Lamar was May 3rd. DJ Who Kid was May 4th. I missed that part on there. All right, but Kendrick Lamar was there May 3rd at rehab. Okay, let's get it out of there. UFC weekend. UFC weekend. What's the weekend? May 24th, 2014. It was a big fight. Barrow versus Dillashaw. UFC 173. Memorial Day weekend, as you can see here, May 24th in Las Vegas for the belt. All right. Let's move it along. Now, let's just go on and get it out the way. In my research, in my in-depth research, she did keep saying something that kind of alerted me, and I came across this in the process. Now it says Kendrick and Whitney were seen at Mayweather fight that weekend. And I said, that week? Wait, but I just pulled up there. Mayweather didn't fight on Memorial Day weekend. So I say, damn. Now she said, fight weekend or Memorial Day weekend. She was 100% seemed settled on Memorial Day weekend, right? I also don't think you'd mix up a Mayweather fight. You'd be like, oh, it's a Mayweather fight. Now that UFC shit, all the motherfuckers ain't known like that. You can mix, it was a UFC fight. That now she said fighters, boxing, UFC. All right. So for the sake of it, I just gotta give it to y'all this way. I gotta give it to y'all this way. All right. So I was like, I'm a boxing fan. I watch both. Mayweather's my favorite fighter. So it says Kendrick and Whitney were seen at Mayweather fight So I had to check and see. I was like, did Mayweather fight that weekend? Mayweather, that's the Marcus Maidana fight. I think the first one too. That fight was May 3rd, 2014, the same day that Kendrick performed at the Hard Rock. I believe that the fight was, I want to say the fight was at MGM though. Oh yeah, MGM Grand. The fight was at MGM Grand. All right. So, boom, big fight, May 3rd, 2014. Mayweather versus Maidana 1. Kendrick and Whitney were at that fight. All right. So, that was one of the pictures I had up here for y'all to see right here. That was showing Kendrick. You know, they together. She don't look beat up or anything to me. Now I don't know what time they got to the fight, and this is why I say I'm keeping it real with you guys. I don't know what time they got to the fight. May 3rd, there was still don't know. Did it happen Friday? Did it happen Saturday? Did it happen before the fight? Did it happen after the fight? Did it happen on Sunday? Who knows? Again, it just seems she would have had a lot clearer. Oh, it was the Mayweather fight, because everybody's going to be talking about, hey, you watching the Mayweather's name carries like that. The other two guys, you have to know Dillashaw. You have to watch UFC to know those other two. Everybody knows Mayweather to some degree. You like him or hate him, you know Mayweather. The name carries, especially in Vegas, because he lives in Vegas. You know Mayweather. So for that reason there alone, I want to stick with her Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so let me cross this out. Either way, let's get back down here. Why did I have all these photos up? Because I had to look at them. I wanted to look at them. You know, I wanted to look at his hands. Okay, and I looked closely at all these pictures. I'm like, okay, do he have any marks or bruises on his hands? Because to beat somebody to the degree that she said she was beat with bare hands, something has to show. Some type of bruises, scratches, nuts, something. All right, so I had checked that out. This is them walking together. She looking good. She don't look beat up or anything. She look like, damn, nigga, slow down. That nigga like, man, baby, the fight about to start. Hurry up. All right. Let's see. That's Tyrese, and who the fuck is that? Got Tyrese down there. Hold on. Let me see. He got scratches on his face. Pause. He looking good. He look like. I see no signs of a scuffle here. All right. So that's that. Now, why do I have this up? There was a Me Too movement because I was wondering. Media takeout was pretty big, but TMZ was always the shit. Like TMZ got like the shit, like the videos, like actual proof. They're the ones that broke the Kobe Bryant shit. Like they're on it, especially on the West Coast. All right. So the Me Too movement, that's the copycat movement, basically. That's the when women, they're like, whoa, when one person come out, everybody come. Like, me too. Hey, me too. I want mine too. All right. Well, it was the same thing with the media platforms. One broke a story, they were all breaking a story. So why would Media Takeout break a story and then nobody else have the story? Why was it only Media Takeout with the story and Media Takeout took down the story? Can't see anyone taking down the story unless they had a legit reason to take down the story. So I showed the fight stuff just for hearsay. I don't believe it happened. I still don't believe it happened, but I did just want to point out that on May 3rd, he was at the Hard Rock. There was a fight in Vegas at that time as well. But May 3rd was not Memorial Day weekend. Okay, and I just don't believe that you can mix up 3 weeks worth of time. May 3rd to the 24th is 3 weeks. I don't believe anyone can mix up 3 weeks worth of time. You'd say it was the Mayweather fight not Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so that's that. Now the Me Too movement, again, in 2014, it wasn't as prominent yet. It was there, but it wasn't until 2017 when it just kind of really took off. Like me too. Like that's when it really got crazy. I'm not going into the details on that. All right, so we're gonna come back up here. Get out of there. All right. What is this? Okay. Oh God. Man, I'm sorry, little red hair girl. I gotta do it to you, but if you just beat the shit out of someone between May 24th and May 26th, pause. Let me go back a little bit. This is Kendrick Lamar, a rising star. He has not hit his apex at that time. This is Kendrick Lamar, a rising star, with allegedly 7 rooms on this floor. 7 rooms. Actually, now that I say that, that kind of would explain why it wasn't a whole lot of pictures taken. 7 rooms on this floor, but there was no Kendrick Lamar. Where the fuck did Kendrick Lamar go? Because I can't see a celebrity of his status and on the uprise beating the fuck out of his fiance and then leaving her to potentially call the police or be escorted out and then questioned. It doesn't make sense. And then the entourage that she had said came, they were trying to get, but they blocked it off and detained everyone. Like, detained everyone for what? Well, you only detain people that seen something. Was anyone else in that room? If not, how are you detaining anyone? And hold on, the only people who can detain anyone are police officers. Actual police officers. And in order to detain someone, you would then be what? Documenting and reporting. I've done security as well, done peace officer as well. Documenting and reporting what happened, which means you would have what? You would have seen IDs. You would have seen names. And if this girl was beat to the degree that this girl says she was beat to, somebody has to go down for it, because no police officer comes in there and sees her face like that and nothing happens. Now, I also have this theory. Now, this is a blatant theory that this was not Kendra's fiance, and this may not have been anyone's fiance. This is Las Vegas. That may have just been a prostitute. All right. And what do prostitutes have? They have pimps. All right. Now, why is there no camera footage tied to this story? Maybe because they seen the cameras and realized, that's just some regular old shit and it's nothing to report on. And that would explain why Media Takeout took the shit down. Okay. Now, also, this girl here, again, I'm saying she looks young now, which means she would have been 10 years younger then, on the cusp of what we like to call the social media pandemic. So when you see a story, you document a story, you record a story. Okay. She was in security, which means she would have had access to the cameras. Again, yeah, she would have. Yes, she would have. How about her camera? She didn't take pictures of anything. I've done it working security in Walmart. I say, oh shit, let me get this because I want to show some people something. Like, no, somebody would, even if it wasn't her, somebody would have made that dollar selling that story to somebody with video evidence. Somebody would have. All right. Now, fast forward, May 30th, roughly less than a week after the incident. We know wounds on hands don't clear that fast. Wounds on hands, they start scabbing and all type of shit like that, right? Okay, so This is in Barcelona. He had a show at the Heineken Primavera Sound Festival in 2014 in Barcelona. Okay, so again, I blow up pictures so I can see his hands. What the fuck he beat it with? A stick? There's nothing looks abnormal at all about his hands. Not a scratch, not a bruise, not a cut, like not nothing. All right, I look at different pictures. Like I'm very thorough with this, y'all. You can see both hands here. That motherfucker look a little ashy. And then again, that could just be the lighting on this motherfucker as well. But no, his hands ashy. Goddamn, Kendrick, start wearing some goddamn lotion, my guy. Shit, nigga, like you been slapping powder. Oh my. But yeah, like nothing looks abnormal with his hands. Like he's holding the mic with the other one's up in the air. You see both hands pretty clear right there. Both knuckles pretty clear right there. Okay. Where we at? See the downside of it. You see the backhand. I guess it clearly wasn't a backhand. All right. So you can see this other knuckle again. This one right here. Like I said, just a little ashy. There's nothing showing like just, oh, I just beat the fuck out of somebody. Oh, less than a week later, something would be there. I don't see no swollen fingers. It happens. All right. That's that. Moving right along. Now I come across this website. Oh yeah. You know, they talking now. The significant, this, what's her name? Jay Lee. They're talking about this a couple months after it happened, September 4th, 2014. So I'm going to read some of this to y'all because she seemed like she was on top of it. She said Kendrick and his entourage didn't even stay at the Hard Rock Hotel. They stayed in the Aria Hotel. What is the significance of that? Again, Memorial Day weekend, Kendrick Lamar was in Vegas because he did have another show. He had another show in Vegas. He actually had two shows. He had one at the Aria and one at Mandalay Bay, I think it was. This is Daylight Grand Beach Club. So he was there performing. This was 11 to 6, right? Okay, that's the Mandalay Bay. So he did that 11 to 6. Now, when I pull up Memorial Day weekend, this is on the 26th. All right, well, at least it rolled. That's when the story got put up. So I'm sure Kendrick's performing at the fuck, what's that motherfucker called? At Club Hayes nightclub. That was the club in Aria. Now, if he's performing at a nightclub, just like he was performing at Round Rock, I'm pretty sure they're going to compliment his room. So I'm going to perform at Aria. I'm going to stay at the Aria. I'm going to perform at the Hard Rock. I'm going to stay at the Hard Rock. Like, you're going to get free rooms where you perform at, right? So if you scroll down here, this person writes, the one and only Kendrick Lamar brought his hard-hitting Cali style to Hayes nightclub at Aria. By the way, this nightclub is closed now. To celebrate the holiday weekend with a spectacular show. The poetic justice artist was at Hayes with his entourage. His entourage wasn't at the Hard Rock. He was at Hayes with his entourage. Look at the time, 1:30 a.m. Clad in a denim shirt, jeans, and funky polka dot Nikes. Lamar briefly posed for pics. I don't see not a speck of blood on him. Not a speck of blood. He was there performing. Like, you gonna stay there? All right, get that out. See him performs at Hayes nightclub. Like, that's where he was. There, you can see it right here. It says Hayes right here on the stage. He's on the stage right there. That's what I was looking for. All right, come on, hold on. Okay, So yeah, so as I said, this lady Jay Lee. So September 4th, 2014, she dropped that. That's why I said, okay, let me go see if he performed at the Aria. That's how I found those other pictures as well. She had one right here also. But we scroll down. Said Jarrell, his friend, stayed there too. These pictures don't show up. They went partying later that night. Look at Kendrick's hands. Nothing wrong with his hands. He had a concert 3 days later. So this is the 26th where he had this show. So 3 days later. Wait a minute. So he had a show on the 26th, and then three days later he had a show on the 30th. Yeah, so that's even way less than a week. And then so yeah, she's showing his hands. Nothing wrong with his hands. And he's right-handed. I did verify he's right-handed. If you're gonna piece somebody up, your dominant hand's getting in there at some point. All right. Oh man. Said the girl said that he went to a Body English club. Now, through research, I find out that Body English Club is the club that's connected with the Hard Rock, basically, and it would make sense. Oh, he went to the club after. Well, they said Kendrick wasn't at the Body English. This isn't the same club. He wasn't there. The security guard named that club. So this is where I just got the info, because it's a part of the Hard Rock Hotel complex. So it would make sense for him to go there. So it's like, oh yeah, he went to the club after. Which club? Oh, Body English. All right, off the top of the head. All right, so she says this. He would have known this would destroy his career. Why would he be acting like nothing happened and leave that girl alone to call the police? It don't make sense. It's been 3 months. No victim has come forward and no charges have been pressed. But the girl said, I think charges were going to be pressed. Okay. I don't know how things work in Vegas, but if that beating was as bad as she made it out to be, there ain't no dropping charges once the police are involved. Here in Texas, they will pick up a charge even if you can drop the charge. No, fuck that. We picking this one up. It don't work like that. All right. So here we go. Now, when shit gets interesting, this is the playlist basically for that weekend at the Hard Rock. Robin Thicke, no, for the Hard Rock for that month, for the time being. Robin Thicke, April 12th. We're looking for May dates. Okay, April. Kendrick Lamar, May 3rd. Okay. Travis McCoy, May 11th. I checked all these names to see if anyone's name was Kendrick, basically. Interesting, on May 25th. Interesting name there on May 25th, though. He performed at the Hard Rock. His name is Diddy. And we know Diddy is no stranger to confrontation. And clearly don't mind hitting on chicks either. All right, this is Diddy performing. All right, that's Diddy. He's there. Bam, Diddy and YG. This May 25th right here. May 25th, Memorial Day weekend, Hard Rock Hotel. Diddy was there. Kendrick was not. What's interesting about that? Well, Diddy and Kendrick have had static before. Remember, J. Cole had stepped in on the incident before as well. So is it possible? Is it plausible that some shit happened with Diddy and his entourage? Because Diddy has a lot more money and probably a lot more pull at that time to try to make some shit get brushed under the rug. And is it possible? Oh, I know Kendrick is out here. Man, just tell him Kendrick did it. Which would explain why you don't have any names. Kendrick don't have Diddy money, especially in 2014. Kendrick will tell, he said, I've had it popping since 2009. Kendrick was just coming out. He didn't have Diddy money to make shit rinse and wash just like that. Diddy could have, and he probably had relationships with hotels. Now I can't see Diddy staying in the Hard Rock, but I can't really rule it out either. Maybe he didn't stay there, but maybe he had some rooms for his entourage. Hey, y'all gonna stay here? This, this where I can get free rooms at. I'm gonna go over here, but I gotta perform here, so we chilling, right? So again, yeah, this is Kendrick in Barcelona again, Primavera Sound. Again, look at his hands. Literally days after he supposedly beat the shit out of somebody. How to say? Not a scratch on me. Just looking like it's nothing there. All right. Now, Kendrick Lamar went on the Breakfast Club, where he's been asked about this, and he said this.
It's over from a dramatic standpoint, right? That comes with it. You gotta deal with it.
Other certain things too. Now there was a shocking story about you, and I was like, "There's no way this is true."
Yeah.
When they said you were in Vegas and you beat some guy bloody and did something to some female,
yeah,
and they said they had evidence and all of this, and then I never heard anything about it.
Yeah, because it's foolishness. That's the most ignorant stuff I've ever made up.
I was like, Kendrick did that? I doubt it.
But hold on. What was the list of lies again? We're about to X one out. Kendrick lied about abusing his fiance. Now, abuse comes in many forms, so we're not going to necessarily X it out. It could be mental, but they're alluding to physical abuse. So I'm going to take that. We're going to X it out because we know he's alluding to physical abuse, beating your wife. That's what it is. You're beating your wife. You blacked her. You did this. You did that. No, Kendrick's about to lay it out right now.
That's the most ignorant stuff I've ever made up.
I was like, Kendrick did that? I doubt it.
And that person who ever made that up owes an apology. Not to me, but to women that actually go out there and get abused. You dig what I'm saying? That's a real issue. To be putting a person's name that stands for someone way more better, that's been raised and way more better than that. That's not cool. There's people out there that really get abused, and there's women out there that get abused and don't say nothing and live their life with it. So
because I was like, I'm sure if that happened, there'd have been a police report, you would have been arrested.
That's foolishness. That's ignorant. That's utterly ignorant. 100%.
When you hear things in the news, certain things I believe about artists. That story, I didn't even think that was remotely close to character at all.
And you be in jail, man. They put you under the jail. You can't run from that. Money can't buy it.
Are you experiencing they always say it's never you that change, it's the people around you that change. Are you experiencing that?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like I said, people perception. They lose count.
I heard Top Dog be acting funny.
Oh, Top Dog's dead. Nah. Top Dog, that's a person that gave you the game, how to deal with it.
All right. So, in my expert conclusion here, do I think Kendrick beat his wife in Hard Rock Hotel, where police were involved, hotel security was involved, hotel cameras were involved, people's cameras are involved? At some point, this girl who got beat the fuck up, if her face was beat the fuck up the way she had to go to the hospital. Like the way she described her face, she would have had to go to the hospital. Hospitals involved, hotel management involved, supervisor, boss involved. There's a lot of people involved here, y'all. Entourage is involved. 7 rooms of people involved. Y'all are hearing. You're hearing Snakes and Drake Squad. People that you rolling with, snakes in there. Okay, you just heard Kendrick say at the end of this interview, and they asked, "Are those are people kind of changing around you?" Like, yes, you do. Okay, so over time, we're talking 10 years ago, y'all. Somebody if that was Kendrick or somebody would have something to say by now. Somebody. So again, I believe that what ended up happening, this was some prostitute and pimp shit that kind of went on. And you had generic random names come out, but once the police realized, oh, okay, you were just a prostitute, they might have took her to jail. You see, prostituting, and maybe to cover her ass, threw out some random ass names. And then I said, there's Diddy. They were at his squad. They were at the hotel, or we know what they be on. All right, that's that, y'all. It's nothing more to say here.